transparent, translucent, and opaque. Wait a bit. So student, I am sharing the screen of PowerPoint presentation for the chapter light. Wait. PDF. What is happening? Okay. So how to do this? Okay, see here. Luminous objects are objects which emit their own light called luminous objects, like sun, star, this candle, torch, electric bulb. They are luminous objects because they emit their own light. See, non-luminous objects, those objects which do not emit light themselves, but only reflect or scatter the light which falls off them. What happens when luminous objects lights falls on non-luminous objects? Suppose this is luminous object and this is non-luminous object. When light falls on the non-luminous object, what happens? The light reflects from the non-luminous object and reaches our eyes, so we can see non-luminous objects. Okay. Okay, now look at the figure 1, 2, and 3. In figure 1, we can see the giraffe clearly, and figure 2, we can see the partially. And in figure 3, means in here, in case number 3, what we can say? We can't see anything. So for one, light is passing completely through this medium. Means for the first medium, light is passes completely, and for the second medium, light passes partially, and for third medium, light don't pass through this medium. So the first medium known as transparent medium because light passes completely. So this giraffe is visible, and for second medium, it is partially visible. So what happened? What happened? Light passes partially, so it is partially visible. And in third case, light doesn't pass anyhow, so it is the opaque medium where light doesn't pass through the medium. Okay, now we are moving on plane mirror. Before moving on plane mirror, after a plane mirror, we will discuss the ray and beam. First, we will study the plane mirror. Okay, we all know about the plane mirror. Okay, we can see in our dressing table at our home. When we come to our schools, we see our face through the plane mirror, how we are looking, means we set our hairs. Okay, so what is plane mirror? It is a thin, flat, and smooth sheet of glass having a shining coating of silver metal on one side. Means there are two sides of plane mirror. One is the reflecting surface where light falls and reflect, and second one is silver coated. Means nowadays the second surface of the mirror is not coated with the silver because silver is costly. It is coated with the aluminum. Okay. Now what is reflection? The process of sending back the light ray. Okay. Which fall on the surface of an object. Means when we pass a light on a reflecting surface, what happens? The light will reflect. means light will come in a same medium. So what is this called? This is called reflection of light. You can see when we light a torch on a reflecting surface, what happens? The light rays, and this is a reflecting ray, and this is a reflecting surface. Now we will understand terminology of reflection. First, see, this is a plane mirror. In physics, we will show plane mirror by this black dash line, and on second surface we will zigzag. We will draw a zigzag, this dash line. This zigzag will show the polished surface, and this dash other side will show the reflecting surface. Now, suppose the light rays fall on this on the point of a plane mirror. Where the light rays fall on the point, this is called point of incidence. And the ray which fall on the plane mirror is called incident ray. Okay, and this is the normal. This is the imaginary line normal we draw perpendicular to the plane mirror. Okay, and the angle made with the incident ray and normal, this one is called angle of incidence. And after hitting on this surface, when after coming on the plane mirror surface, what happens? Reflection takes place. The light will send back to the same medium. So this reflected ray is called, so this ray is called reflected ray, and the angle reflected ray mixed with the normal is called angle of reflection. Now here is the definition of incident ray: the ray of a light which fall on a mirror surface. The point where incident ray fall, means this point where incident ray fall, is called point of incident. What is reflected ray? The ray of light which is sent back by a mirror, means the light ray, incident ray fall on the mirror, and it is sent back in the same medium. That is called reflected ray. And what is the normal? The line perpendicular to the point of incident. What is perpendicular? Means it makes 90 degrees to the mirror surface. And what is angle of incidence? The angle made by incident ray with the normal. Means the angle, this is incident ray, and this is angle made by incident ray with the normal at a point of incidence. And what is angle of reflection? The angle made by reflected ray with normal at point of incidence. This is reflected ray, or angle of, sorry, this is reflected ray, and this is angle of reflection. Now, laws of reflection. There are two laws of reflection. The first law is the incident ray, the normal. See, there are two laws of reflection. The first law says that the incident ray, the normal, and the reflected ray lie in the same plane. Means you can see on a graph paper the xy plane. Means the incident ray and the normal and the reflected lie in the same plane. Okay, we can draw in a single page or a blackboard, this green board. So the incident ray, normal, and reflected ray lie in the same plane. And what is the second law of reflection? The angle of reflection is always equal to the angle of incidence. Means this angle of incident is always equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, now there is a special condition. What happens when ray of light falls normally or we can say perpendicularly on the surface of mirror? So if a ray of light falls normally, means perpendicular to the mirror surface, so what happens? The reflected ray reflected ray will follow the same path of the incident ray. Okay, so here angle of incident is 0 and angle of reflection is 0. Okay, see, there are two types of reflection: the regular reflection and the diffuse reflection. So what is regular reflection? The regular reflection is the reflection of light where when they meet on a smooth or uniform glistening surface. Means the regular reflection takes place on a smooth surface. This is a smooth surface. Okay, and what happens? Incident ray light rays and reflected in one direction. See, this is the incident ray. This is incident ray. Okay, and this is reflected ray. So they are in one direction. You can see here. And what about the diffuse reflection? Occurs on a rough surface. This is a rough surface. You can see rough surface. Causes reflected rays to travel in a different direction. See, the direction of reflected rays is different. Some are this direction, some are in this direction, and some are in this direction. Okay. So this is the difference between the regular and diffuse reflection. Okay. Now we will see on a green board about the terms of the reflection. If you have not clear, so we will discuss once more. And before it, we will discuss ray and beam of light. If the light ray is single, means single light ray is coming, means single path. So it is called ray. And the collection of ray means there are so many rays. If there are so many rays, so the collection of rays is called beam of light. So it is called beam of light. Beam of light. Okay. Okay, rest of you, I will take your doubts after some time. Please lower your hand. So this, if a single light ray is coming, single, that will called ray of light. If collection of rays coming, so many rays, so it will called beam of light. Now, what is the path of light? Light always travels in a straight line, and this property is called rectilinear propagation of light. Okay. Now we will discuss different types of beam of light. So in mathematics, geometric section, you have discussed, you have learned about the parallel lines. If the ray of light is parallel to each other, means this is parallel. So what we will call it? Parallel beams. Okay. So we will say it is a parallel beam because the light ray is parallel to each other. Okay. Yes, Navya, you want to ask something? Okay. Uh, okay, okay. Yes, Ankita, you want to ask something? Ankita Mishra. Okay, Ankit Singh, you have any doubt? Okay, no one is responding. Okay, so this is parallel beam of light. Okay, now there are two more types of beam of light, that is convergent and divergent beam. Let's see here what is convergent beam of light and divergent beam of light. If light rays traveling from different directions, suppose one light ray is coming from this direction, one light ray is coming from this direction, and one light ray is coming from this direction, and another coming from this. Okay, if the ray of light coming from different direction and meet at a single point, suppose this is a point A, meet at a single point, you can see here light rays coming from different direction. So this is called convergent beam of light. Convergent beam. Okay. Now, what is divergent beam? Just opposite of this convergent beam. Here, the light rays coming from the different direction and meet at a single point. What happens in divergent beam? The light rays start from a single point and goes in a different direction. See here. See. Suppose this is a point from where light rays start and it travels in a various direction. This is a point P from where light rays start and it travels in a various directions. So this is called divergent beam of light. Divergent beam of light. So in your geometry class, you have seen the magnifying glass. So the magnifying glass, what does the magnifying glass does? It converts the light of the sun rays. Okay. You have seen in your geometry box, there is a magnifying glass like this glass. And it is a thick at the center and thin at the edges. So what does the magnifying glass do? It converts or it collects the sun rays at a single point. So if we put a magnifying glass for for few moments or few minutes, what happens? The sun rays will collect through the magnifying glass, okay, and it will cause burn on a surface where the sun rays converts to fall. Okay. Now, yes, there are three types of beam we have discussed: parallel beam, convergent beam, and divergent beam. Now, propagation of light. I have told you that light travels in a straight line. Okay. Light travels in a straight line, and this is called rectilinear propagation of light. This property is called rectilinear propagation of light. We have also discussed in a motion chapter. If anything or any object travels in a straight line, that is called rectilinear motion. So, in a similar way, light travels in a straight line. So this property of light is called rectilinear propagation of light. Okay. So who will tell me what is shadow? You have all seen a shadow. You have heard about the shadow. So tell me what is shadow? Okay. So many students. Okay. Navya Agrawal. Yes. Hmm.
uh,
Yes. Tell me.
a region of darkness or partially light is called shadow.
Okay. Good. So rest of you, please lower your hand. Okay. So tell me, we have discussed three types of object: transparent, translucent, opaque object. So which object forms shadow? Who will tell me which object forms shadow? Okay, Utsav Dikshit. Tell me, Utsav.
Sir, opaque objects form
Okay.
shadow.
Okay, good. So opaque object forms shadow. See what happens shadow when shadow is formed. There is an opaque object. Okay, and we know light cannot pass through the opaque object. And when we light rays falls, what happens? The light cannot pass through it. So there is a shadow formed here, dark shadow. Okay, and around this shadow you can see the partially light is coming from this edges. Partially means at center the shadow is dark, and at the corner means at this corner point the shadow is dim, or we can say faded shadow. So because there is a light coming, a small amount of light coming, partial amount of light coming, so there is a partial. This is called partial shadow or faded shadow. Okay. Rest of you can lower your hand, please. Okay. And one more thing. So it's all about the shadow. Okay. Opaque object forms shadow. So we can define shadow as a when an opaque object is placed in the path of light, it creates a region of darkness because the shadow is dark, black color. It creates a region of darkness, and or partial light, because at the corner points, at the edges of this shadow, there is a partial light or a faded shadow. Okay, this region of darkness or partial light is called shadow. Now, if the source of light is point source, means there is a small source, point source. Okay, if the source is a point source, the shadow formed due to the point source is sharp, means sharp shadow. There will be no faded across the, means the shadow will be formed like this, whole dark shadow. There will be no faded shadow along the corners. So shadow formed by point sources, point source, point source is sharp. Means if we put a screen between the point source and the object, so the shadow, means the image, the real image will be formed very sharp on the screen. Okay. Now, so we have discussed the shadow and terms of the mirror, the incident ray, reflected ray, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, the normal. The normal is perpendicular to the mirror surface. And at last, I have discussed the special case of reflection. Suppose this is a mirror. We will draw a mirror in physics like this. Okay, this is the reflecting surface, means this side is a reflecting surface and this is the polished surface. Okay, and this is the normal, that is perpendicular or makes 90 degrees to the mirror surface. What happens when light ray falls perpendicular to the mirror surface, means perpendicular or parallel to the normal? If light ray falls like this, so it is perpendicular to the mirror surface. And what about the normal? How much angles it makes with the normal? Who will tell me? Please lower your hand. First, you lower your hand. Okay. Shubh Rungta. You want to answer? Okay. How much angle?
Sir, sir, it makes two angle of 90 degree.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else? Please lower your hand. Okay. Abdul Ahad. Tell me. Okay, Rajveer, you tell me.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How much angle when the light rays fall perpendicular to the mirror surface? How much angle it makes with the normal?
Sir, 90 degree.
See, you are confusing. Normal is also here, okay, perpendicular, and light ray is also perpendicular. Means this is incident ray and this is normal in the same line, so it makes 0 degree with the normal. So in this case, angle of incidence, this angle of incidence is 0 when light rays fall perpendicular to the mirror surface. In this case, the incident ray is 0, and we know from the laws of reflection, incident ray is equals to the reflected ray, so the angle of reflection is also equals to 0. Okay, so what happens when light rays fall perpendicular to the mirror surface? It will send back on the same path. Okay, if you have any doubt regarding this, you will ask me later on my call or WhatsApp. Okay, so for now we have completed this, and start making your notebook. Means I have sent you the exercise, so start writing in your notebook. Okay, all the exercises. Okay, so thank you, class.